Your attention, please. All guests must take shelter immediately.
Jurassic World Evolution 3's most recent DLC, Crocodilia Coast, brings 5 species and hundreds of blueprints. In this video, I'll be showing you everything I was able to grab. It must be said, and I'm saying it right now, but DLCs have been hitting it out of the park. We first got many fan favorites like the Irritator and Oshiraptor, then we got some of my personal favorites like the Titanosaurus and Aquilops, and now we got a highly requested species being the Deinosuchus. But first, here's a little info about the DLC. Crocodilia Coast is the third DLC coming to Jurassic World Evolution 3. It will bring 5 species in the pack and will have more than 200 scenery pieces in total. Low-key, these scenery pieces remind me a bit of Jaws, so now I'll have both the Megalodon and Deinosuchus in our parks. First up, I'm going to talk about the scenery pieces. Now, unlike the Rebirth expansion, there's no statues, which is a bummer. But it does bring multiple scenery pieces and blueprints, which are described as border walks to water huts, which will ensure our guests a really good view. I know it was a very short talk, however, what I really want to bring to you are the new species, starting out with the most famous one, the Deinosuchus. From what I heard, many people thought Deinosuchus will be a lagoon species, however, Frontier has proved us wrong. Deinosuchus is actually a land species, which will probably spend most of the time in the deep water. The baby Deinosuchus is really adorable, and I love their social animations, my favorite being the one of the baby and parent. However, personally, I would have preferred them much smaller, like modern baby crocodiles today. The Deinosuchus also has a really unique animation like crocodiles today, where once a prey is going to get a drink near water, the Deinosuchus will wait for it till the right moment and it'll snatch it out of the water, dragging it down and death rolling down. I don't know how many species are capable of doing this, but from what I heard, juvenile T-Rexes and a dinosaur later coming up in this video are capable. Before I move on to the second species, a reminder that I'll be revealing some species that weren't revealed at the time of recording this. So if you don't want to get spoiled, I would recommend you leave right now. Second species gives some more Triassic representation, and that is the Postosuchus. And if you are wondering, the Postosuchus is the other species I was talking about that the Deinosuchus lunged at and death rolled down to the water. I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest. However, I am glad it brings more Triassic representation, as that did need a little help on. The third species may be a bit confusing, but I can explain. This is the Desmatosuchus. Desmatosuchus is actually a pseudosuchian, which is like Deinosuchus, not an ordinary spiked herbivore. Two other things I heard is 1, the sexual dimorphism works a little different, with the shoulder spikes being larger for the female unlike the male, and 2, both the adult and juvenile will be capable of walking in and out of the petting zoo. The last 2 dinosaurs are both lagoon species, and they may upset some people, but I'm gonna carry on. The last 2 species are Styxosaurus and Shonisaurus. How can I start? First off, they are 2 of my favorite lagoon species in the game, and I'm glad they're making a return. The downside I see is that they are 2 DLC species that once again are being resold and rebought in the game. Styxosaurus was introduced to Jurassic World Evolution 2 on August 15th in 2022 when it got added in the Late Cretaceous DLC. Shonisaurus, on the other hand, got introduced in the Prehistoric Marine species, which came out on August 10th, 2023. I do have more sort of negative stuff to say, however, I am struggling on how I could put them in a sentence, so I'm gonna stop it there. Additionally, the Styxosaurus and Shonisaurus will both have a complete family unit with babies and dimorphism, with the baby Styxosaurus even having bioluminescent trait like their parents. If you guys enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the full showcase of Crocodilia Coast coming soon.